Hey folks, this is Vagrant, and tonight we're going to start a brand new playthrough. Should only be a short one. This is Interrogation Files, the Port Landsend Incident, a game that came out 3 or so months ago now. For those of you who ever played Her Story, it's the same kind of idea. The idea is there's been a brutal murder of some description we don't know yet, and we're going to go through old interrogation files and all this kind of stuff to try to figure out who the murderer is by piecing together the clues, and we will have to decide who the killer is by the final video. And then we see them go to trial and everything like that. It looks really cool. It's got like this old retro aesthetic to it, and it's a nice short game that I can kind of weave in with Tsushima whilst we wait for our next big game to land. This is the kind of thing I'd like to do a little bit more of going forward, just playing weird little games that I'm in the mood for, essentially. Anyways, let's check the options quickly. Do we have subtitles on by default? Yeah. Alright, I mean, I love the aesthetic. It's very cool. Let's give this a go. So we're working for the police. Hi, Detective. Welcome to the database. I'm Mike, over at Central. You're new here, so let me help you a little. Right now, you're logged into our new police database lets you comb through evidence from cold case files. You're set up and securely connected to the case file. The repository. Why would they have like a horror-themed police database? The repository you log into is the infamous Port Landsend Incident. You can search through all of the material we have for it here. While this case has gone cold, we think we may have overlooked something in the footage, enough for a conviction. Our helpful interns have made it all searchable and ready for you. It's an early alpha version of the database. Expect some rough functionality, nothing too serious. I'll be here on Messenger in case you need anything. You can press the videotape icon on the bottom right for help in case you ever get stuck. To get started now, just press the button below and view the first videos. Then search for more videos with the search videos button at the bottom. Make sure you're ready though, this case is kind of a head trip. Good luck. And that's one of the things that excited me about this. I read some reviews, I don't know any spoilers or anything, but they said it's been, it's a fairly brutal murder, which for some reason I was like, yeah, cool, I'm on board with that. So I've got my notepad and my pen. We will have to take notes as we go through. And the hope is a little bit that, nobody spoil it or anything in the comments. I will ban you instantly, but throughout the playthrough we can work together to uncover who we think the killer is. Let's go. So, these are all my messages right now. I can actually make a notepad here. Well, I'm going to do it in person. I think it's easier. History, so everything I've done here. Evidence, we don't have any evidence yet, and these are our first videos. So we watch the videos, we take clues, and we go from there.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Buren. How's it going today? So I want to help you remember some things. Who you are, where you might be headed, maybe help you out further. Just want to get you on your way. Do you remember if you have any family or someone else we can contact? Health-wise, let's see. The wellness check came back. Wellness check incomplete due to non-cooperation. Says you refuse to fully cooperate. Okay. It's your choice, I guess. We're not here to get you in trouble, right? Just looking at you, it looks like you have symptoms of exposure, which makes sense given where we found you on the highway. The nearest town is Port Landsend, which is a long walk. Do you remember if you were camping? You might have a foot injury since you were limping, and you might need to find somewhere to rest for the rest of the day. Is there anyone you can call? Still have got this amnesia. In most cases, that comes back with time. So I'm not worried about that. Can't tell if you had any trauma since you wouldn't let us look you over. We ran your prints through the database, and they all came up empty. You've got no ID. Nothing in your stuff that helps us, right? You wouldn't let us look through that either. Okay. Why don't we start over? What can you tell us? What do you remember? Let's start with a few hours back.
Okay. So I think what my plan is going to be is A, find some bloody light because I can't see a freaking thing. Do I have a lamp? I've got a lamp. Okay. I feel like a bloody detective. It's cool. So that gives you a good idea of the idea behind this game. I'm just going to do some Interesting. Okay. I'm hoping that makes the I feel the sound balance is slightly off, but we'll sort that. That's fine. Maybe I can just turn the music off. Nope. Cool. Right. So what I'm going to do is make a file for each possible subject, and we'll gather up as much information as we possibly can on each of those individual suspects. So I'm just going to call them Suspect 1, and then we'll add a name and stuff as we get more information. So what we also need is a timeline. So interviewed on the 31st of October 2012. Interviewed 31st. I should say 31, 10, 12. It's easier for me if I write it in British. Okay, so they were found on Hideaway. And they said it was a long walk. I need a better pen. From Lansdowne. So I assume they're interviewing people in connection with this murder that we don't know anything about yet. And Suspect 1, found on the highway, far away. They were limping, so possible foot injury. Signs of exposure. Just gotta get everything down, because you never know what becomes relevant. Limping, signs of exposure, uncooperative. And they seem to claim to have amnesia. That seems like a fairly fortunate get out from my perspective, but we can't write it out yet. So let's go possible amnesia. So they were picked up on the 31st. We've got to keep that in mind because the interviews will probably span multiple days and stuff like that. So they were picked up initially on the 31st of October. I think that's... Oh, yeah. And their fingerprints don't match. So they're not in the system. Suggesting they don't have a criminal record. This is cool. I don't know how well this will play for YouTube, I'll admit, but it is cool. Right, let's check out the next video. Same date.
I told you, I remember walking in the woods for a long time. All I remember is walking. Walking. Endless walking. I don't remember camping. If I was with anyone, nothing else besides walking in the hours before I met you.
Sorry to interrupt you. Lieutenant Colton from Port Lansdowne Municipal Authority is going to join us here. I hope you don't mind. He's just here to listen. So, go ahead. You don't remember your name or anything else?
If I could remember my name, I'd tell you. There's no memories. There's just nothing there.
Okay. So, he was walking through the woods for a long, long time, emerged out onto the highway, and that's where he got picked up. No memory of camping or second person. I'm wondering if I should be making note of the interviewing detectives as well, whether that's going to be relevant at all. I'll see how it would be.
Okay, well, let's go back to the wellness test. Julie said you wouldn't let her look you over and were kind of rude to her. I'm not going to take offense to that. Are you in pain anywhere? Like your head? Maybe you bumped your head.
I'm fine.
How bad are your feet?
I said I'm okay. No real pain.
Why don't you let us look you over?
Said no real pain. I'm going to emphasize that. So that he's in pain of some description and he's refusing to be looked over. Refusing medical assistance, we'll call that. This is all Suspect 1. Final video. So this is the easy part. We watch all 4 of these videos, and then after this we have to use keywords that would appear in those videos to then track down more videos and build our case from there, basically.
Look, I really just want to go. I need to get back out there on the road. I'm sure things will come back to me. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, hi. Can we talk for a minute, please?
He has a Diet Pepsi.
Looks like things are okay, bud. Stand up and face the wall. Now, let's go face the wall.
Whoa.
Stop resisting.
I'm not doing anything. Tell me what's going on.
Your arm. If you don't cooperate, we will use force. We are placing you under arrest in connection with the death
Jesus.
of 4 people in the city of Fort Lansing and their jurisdiction. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to you. Do you understand your rights as I've read them to you? Do you understand?
Okay, so the murder, 4 people died. Now it seems, so he was picked up not in connection with the murders. He was picked up. I wonder why they're linking him to the murders then. Interesting. So he was picked up just because he was wandering, seemingly lost and exposed down the highway. Then they picked him up. They started to interview him to try to help him out, if anything. And then they find out 4 people are dead, and somehow he's been connected to them. Because you can't just pick some guy up on the highway and then arrest him because other people have been murdered without any tangible link. So they must have something. Oh, nice. We'll have to check that in a second. I want to read this message first. Now you've had the chance to see how the investigation starts. Hit search when you're ready and begin looking for more videos and evidence. You can look for anything there. The suspect was arrested in connection with the murders. So arrest, victims, all that kind of jazz. Sounds good to me. Let's check out this breaking news bulletin. Is this going to be about the murders?
Sorry, Megan. We're going to have to cut away from weather right now. We've just received word that police have found several bodies in nearby Port Lansing. Details are scarce, but officers are treating the deaths as suspicious. No details on the victims yet. They were only described as being young. The officer we spoke to had been to the house, but wouldn't talk much about what he saw besides describing it as incredibly gruesome. We'll have more details as they come available.
Okay, well, we got some information there. They were so there's been 4 murders in Port Lansdowne. They were young victims. They were found in a house, and they were described as incredibly gruesome. Okay. Cool. I love this. This is the kind of thing that makes me very happy. So, what did he suggest? We'll just start with what he suggested before we go crazy and look for our own stuff. So, keyword arrest. There we go. Saying you only get 4 videos at a time. So the thing is, there could be many more videos with arrest in the name, but it'll show you the same 4 videos every time, so you kind of have to finagle your way around it. Let's check this one out. Still 31st to the 12th. We've got to keep an eye on the dates, just in case it changes at some point. Okay. I wish I could read my own handwriting.
Look, I'm just doing my own thing out there. I have no enemies. I don't want to kill anyone. What proof is there? You gotta believe me. Why do they think it was me? I wasn't there.
Of course, you remember that now. Where were you then?
It wasn't me, I swear.
We've got confirmation from the witness placing you there.
Same goofy beanie hat, same shirt. She identified you almost to a T.
Who?
Let's pause there for a sec. I forgot I could pause. Let's pause there for a second. Okay. So I've got maybe I need to redo how I'm doing this. Maybe I need like a section. So I've got like general information about him, where he was found, what was up with him, how he's acting in the interview, his medical and criminal history, stuff like that. Maybe we then need a section for evidence. I'm going to do like an evidence page. So that's, oh god. I need more paper. I'm going to do evidence, right? Evidence. And we'll call him suspect 1 for now, because that's all we know. So, he was tied to location by witness, who described the beanie hat and the shirt. Bear with me. God, my handwriting sucks.
Who said that?
That's not important. I'm under no requirement to tell you that.
What else did they say?
Look, we're doing the questioning here. You say you don't remember anything, but then you remember not being there. So what else? What else do you remember?
Okay, so you know we've been through your bag since you've been arrested. Tell us about that. Not going to cooperate on it?
Something suspicious in the bag. Let's just put that in general. You know what I need? I've got to remember, right, what I need as well is a column. Things I want to search for. So, sometimes you'll watch and you'll get keywords that pop up. So, like bag, for example, is something I think we should keep an eye out in the future. So, I want to write that down so I don't forget by the time we're back to searching. Let's see if we can find out what was in the bag. Because it seems like it was suspicious. Right. The hat is off. Is it the same day? It is the same day, but the hat is off and he's looking bedraggled.
So you gonna talk to us then? No? You know why we arrested you.
So here's what we do know. We have 5 victims.
Oh, 5.
5
Ooh,
students.
survivor.
4 dead. All 5 had their whole lives ahead of them. All were students at the University of Western Washington.
Okay, I'm going to have a victims section. So, now just keep that murders, it's fine. All students at Uni of Washington. 4 people in Port Lansdale. 5 total. 4 dead. So there's been a survivor. So that's something we should put in our search column, is survivor or survivors. Survivor is how I've spelt it.
Here's who they were. We have Emily Thomas.
Oh, we have names. We have names, folks. We have names. Right, okay. So, I'm going to do like a little section on all these. So, Emily Thomas. She was the organizer of whatever the hell they were doing at the house. Guess we'll find out.
She was an organizer. Smart. Studying nursing. She thought she was...
I'll just mention that she's a nurse.
going to have a great summer out here. Her longtime boyfriend, Greg. Pre-med.
Greg Sims. Greg Sims. M's BF. Pre-med. And then there's Brian Watson. Let's move down here. I'm going to see what their note-taking thing is like and if it's better than mine. That's Greg's best friend. It's important because I've got to assume, I'm hoping at least, there's a connection between the killer and the victims. So we need information about the victims, right? Let's find out if it's premeditated or just random.
Greg Sims. His best friend was with him too. Brian Watson. Brian was another junior at the U, studying accounting. His girlfriend, Alana. Apparently a bright girl too.
I mean, because I'm going to want to search for all of these people. Alana is Brian's GF. So far there's 2 couples. So who the hell's the 5th? I wonder if the 2 couples are the ones who died and the survivor was the 5th person. Brian was I don't know why it's relevant nice to use accounting, but we've got a nurse, nurse student, pre-med student, accounting student.
Also studying business.
Business with Brian, but Brian studies accounting. They're not the same thing, buddy boy.
Brian. And then
Heather Gardner's the last one.
Another close friend of theirs. Actually, Emily's best friend. Heather has, however, survived her injuries so far. She's in critical condition at the hospital. Doctors don't know if she's going to pull through.
What did they do? What crime did they possibly commit to deserve this? I don't think there's anything they could have possibly done.
I don't remember them, okay?
Those are the people we have on record as you having attacked. Does that make sense?
Okay. Ooh, evidence. Let's have a look. Interesting that it's letting me zoom in like this. Very interesting. So that's Alana Morgan, because I didn't get her last name before, so let's get that down. So Alana and Brian, these 2 are together. They both study business. Brian is Greg's best friend. And then Greg and Emily are together. Emily organised something. I'm gonna search for like what event or summer or something like that in my search, because I want to find out why they were there in the first place, right? What brought them all together? And then the survivor, Heather Gardner, critical condition, and that was on 3rd of November. So note that down. I'll note that down. 3rd, 11, 12. Identities released. I'm just thinking if the in-game note system's any good, then you guys will be able to actually see it, you know? Yeah, see, this isn't really going to be efficient, is it? Let's see. I can't do that. It's just not. Maybe I could. Can I edit it? No, I can't even edit them. This is pointless. It's just not enough information, I think. I'd have to have like separate pages and stuff like that, so let's just watch the next video.
Look,
Same date.
King, you know why you're arrested. I don't want you to...
We don't know why he's arrested.
What did you get up to last night?
How am I under arrest for murder? I haven't done anything.
Wait. So the murders... What did you get up to? He's asking what you did last night. So the murders are probably on the 30th of October. Should get that down.
Don't remember anything. Nothing happened.
Worth bearing in mind as well, he's got pills in front of him. Some form of pill meds. Something in the bag. We've got to search for the bag as well.
Okay.
Did I write that down?
Let me tell you what I know, because we've been sitting here listening to you for a while.
I did.
How you don't know what happened. How you don't know where you've been, or what your name is, blah, blah, blah. It's like you, poof, just dropped out of the sky and appeared. That's
Well,
what
he
you're telling
did.
us, right?
You don't know.
That's what you want us to believe? You do, don't you? So, let me tell you what I do know, okay? I just got off the phone with my people. The other officers at the department there. I essentially run the department there, okay? Here are the facts. We have 4 people dead in
Yeah.
a house. All young people.
Yeah.
Students killed. Murdered in horrific ways.
Yeah.
And we have a witness placing you there. Or, excuse me, someone who looks exactly like you. So how can that be?
Coinky dink, isn't it, mate? It's a bloody coinky dink. What's this? I have no idea. Okay, so the other one he suggested was search for victims. So we'll just do that as well, and then we'll have to come up with our own. Love that noise. Tap, 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 tap. Such a good noise. Victims. 4 new videos. 2. Oh. Right. Well, why would you tell me to search for this? That was stupid. Okay, well... I'm going to search for name. Nope, still nothing new. Okay, I'm going to search for bag. See if we can find out anything about the bag. Here we go. Same date? Same date.
Let's go through your stuff together now that the circumstances have been changed. This should be fun.
Got a separate column for the bag. He drinks Diet Pepsi. Is that important?
We've got a receipt here from Denny's.
Denny's
for a
receipt.
pawn shop ticket from Seattle last month. No name on there. Remember being in Seattle?
Wait.
Okay. Seattle? No name on there. Seattle last month for a pawn shop.
So, Denny's receipt. We'll search for Seattle. Denny's receipt. Pawn shop ticket. Seattle. Okay.
Ticket from Seattle last month. No name on there. Remember being in Seattle? No? Okay. Looks like you pawned a tablet. Is it yours?
pawned a tablet.
A lot of computing on the go. Greyhound or bus seat.
Greyhound. I suppose I'll search Greyhound. Greyhound bus from Ellensburg to Seattle a year ago. Where's Ellensburg? Should I Google Ellensburg? Ellensburg, USA. Washington. Where's Port Lansdale? Is that a real place? No. Oh, it's in Washington. So he was in... Oh. I didn't realise it had tabbed out. So he was in Ellensburg, Washington. Then he went to Seattle. And that was late 2011. And then he went to Lansdale. Okay.
From Ellensburg to Seattle for about a year ago. No name on that one either. No name on that one. About a year round. What else we got? A lighter. Of course.
Lighter.
Let's have Keely get a hold of that for evidence. Last but not least, we have a metal pipe.
Oh no.
Sergeant Barron, do you mind running a test on that? I want to see what we're dealing with here.
Okay. Yet more evidence? Oh, hello. So that's the lighter. Interesting floral pattern. God knows why that would matter, but the fact that they're showing me the evidence makes me think it matters. Nothing here that matters, right? Maybe the case number, but we'll see.
Next up in your crap. What else we got? Nice one. Oh yeah. How could I overlook
Oh,
this?
a knife.
Now, that's a large knife. What are you doing with this?
Never seen that. It's not mine.
Right. I want you to submit this and run a test on it too. Send it to forensics and see what they say. This doesn't look good. Drugs. Knives.
Drugs? Drugs? I mean, we did say he had pills in front of him. There's the knife. Looks old and used. What's that say there? DH NDIR or something? I don't know. God, this is all one suspect. There's several more. Right. I mean, at the moment, I've not managed to get onto another suspect. I've got loads of information about this guy. I've got his entire bag worth of stuff. I want to... where's my things I want to search? So, it was bag. We already did that. That's what we just did, right? So, let's cross that out. Survivor, event, house, I think I want to search for. I think I want to search for both knife... and maybe lighter, in case the lighter is interesting. Maybe drugs. Straight up murder. And then the names of every single victim. We've got a lot to do still. But while we're on this guy, we'll stick on this guy and the specific stuff in his bag. So let's go for the knife. Yeah, there we go. Same date. Yeah, all the same date. This must be later on because he takes his hat off.
So yeah, my bag has a bunch of stuff. Clothes, papers, camping supplies. Good work. Look, the knife's probably for hunting. I didn't kill anyone with it, and the pipe...
Pipe.
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 That got there. It's probably not mine.
Oh, I'm sure it's not yours. Unfortunately, that's not how possession laws work here. Forensics is looking into
They're
it.
not going to find anything on the knife. You know that. There was no murder. No murderers. I'll probably take my stuff and get out of here in like an hour. Oh, excuse me. I'll take my hobo junk, as you say, and leave.
Well, actually, there is another thing I'm kind of curious about amongst your crap. This guy right here. Recognize that?
What is it?
Looks like you have been in Portland. I have. That's a business card from Jerry's garage.
Ah.
And on the back.
Jerry's garage, business. So, he's a cheeky little so-and-so. Now, why would he go to a garage, as I shall say, with Jez's number? Why would he go to a garage when he doesn't have a car? He's been walking around.
Is Jerry's personal number. Any idea what that's about?
No. Evidence. Oh well.
We'll need a swab kit, please, for hands again.
Well, what is it? Is it the smoking gun detective?
Actually, no. It's the blood test results of the knife.
Oh.
Inconclusive status. Not seen that before.
Let me see that. What's that mean? No blood.
RSID came up negative. And Hematrace did too.
Let's run it again.
Okay. I'll just add that. No blood found. Now that's interesting though, because if it's a hunting knife, you would also potentially expect traces of blood.
Or try the luminol.
The tests they did were more accurate, but we can run it again.
Maybe the machine's broken. Or send it to Seattle. They have better equipment there.
We can try that. They also did a general ID test, and it says foreign matter unidentified for 14 to 32 substances found on the knife. The rest are dirt, fibers, foodstuffs. No blood.
Yeah, let's run it again just to be sure. And let's get this guy back to do our wellness exam. Is someone here to check him out and swab him down? You can refuse to do one voluntarily, sure, but things are a little different now that you're under arrest, pal.
Okay, so 14. Where's the knife? Oh, this is already a disaster. 14 unidentified. God, that's not how you spell unidentified substances. I also want to search in my large pile of search things, wellness test, in case they did it and they found anything. They've said wellness test a lot. That was knife though. I can cross that out. I'm not crossing it out. I'm putting an X next to it so I don't forget what I've done. Oh, hello. Okay. So, that is Jerry's Garage and Auto Parts. I sell auto parts. Jerry Campbell. Let's get Jerry. Maybe Jerry's a suspect. Who knows? I'm not going to say he is quite yet, but we're going to keep Jez's name in mind. Jerry Campbell. Why would he give him his personal phone number? That does make Jerry Campbell a little suspicious. I'm going to put that down. Jerry Campbell. We still don't know this guy's name. Gave Sus1 personal phone number. My initial page is nearly full. I've written like 3 pages worth of rubbish down. I also kind of note that it's 123 Main Street. Just in case we need to track addresses. Okay. The other evidence is just the results. Negative test for hemoglobin. Hemoglobin traces. Okay, I don't think there's anything there we need to take away. What's quantiferon? A quantiferon is a test for tuberculosis. Why would they test for tuberculosis? Interesting. Okay. I think I can then select the videos and it's going to be per perp. That makes sense. Oh. Use to unlock new suspects. Very cool. Accuse suspects. Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, okay. I mean, I was fine, but I thought I'd just click it to see what happened.
You think I did something bad? What?
Well, we have witnesses that you're at the house where murders took place last night. How can that possibly be? Somebody looked just like you with a house full of dead bodies. You know, we can start throwing charges out whenever. Failure to report a death, criminal trespass, possession, attempted burglary. We can go on and on. We don't want to, but it's really in your best interest to tell us what you know about last night. Were they accidental, maybe? What happened?
Okay, well, that's not helpful at all. Apparently. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a photo of the First Avenue East. Right, so this is murders. I'm assuming this is where the murders took place. First Ave. I'm assuming E means east. Right. Okay. What was on my search list? I just want to work down it instead of like jumping all over the place. So I'm gonna go for survivor. Still only one. Oh, I've only unlocked one suspect. That's why. Oh, I like that. So there was a problem with Her Story, wherein, or other games like this, wherein basically you would jump between many different people. I think we're only jumping between him at the moment until we actually unlock. So we're searching his interrogation files rather than a general set of interrogation files. I need to remake my entire board to accommodate this information. Oh, God. And what I'll do is I'm going to get a name and then I'm going to restart it at some point, but we'll go from here.
One of the victims, the survivor, she was named Heather.
Yeah.
I knew a Heather growing up, but I can't remember though.
Oh! Oh, interesting. Very interesting, my friend. May have... I mean, that's not that much information, is it? I mean, lots of people... I know Heather. I didn't kill the... I didn't kill her. Right, we've got nothing else for Survivor. So this is why I'm only putting crosses on, because... Yes, it's a cross, but only for the first guy. Okay, I'm going to search for a rent. I want to find out... What were they... Damn it. Okay, house. Next. Now, they've said house a lot of times, which means it's unlikely to get me a new video. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't remember being at that house ever.
Why did I have a feeling you would say that?
That's Alana Morgan's house, where the killings took place.
Okay, new information. Alana Morgan's house. And she was one... She wasn't the organizer, though. Emily was.
Seems like a nice house.
Oh, and he doesn't recognize house. Does seem like a nice house. Nice house. Okay.
Or was at some point.
The Morgans are on their way out here from the city. They're devastated, as expected.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the driver's like for them right now.
Depends on traffic, doesn't it, mate? Right, okay. So, house, done. Let's see if we can find out any more information about the lighter. I don't know how relevant that is, but I'm going to double check. Bingo, bango.
What? It's my lighter. Lighters get passed around all the time. I don't know where I got it.
Looks pretty fancy for you.
Guess I'm fancier than you.
You
Guys,
tell him.
Look, we'll figure out if any of the victims of the house are missing a lighter.
Okay, so that's interesting. So I feel like we need to keep an eye on the lighter for the future, because it doesn't come up again with him, but maybe he was given it by the killer or something else went on with that. So we don't know whether it's missing. I'm going to search for missing as well, just in case there's something else about that. Next on my list is... I unironically cannot read what I've written there. DRYSS. DR... What? Drugs! It's a G, not an S. Unironically, could not read my own handwriting. Oh, sweet.
Look, yeah, okay. I've been known to dabble. I somehow remember that.
Dabbles
I
in
do
drugs.
remember that. Couldn't tell you where or when or with whom, nothing like that. Must mean I dabble a little bit too much. We all have our vice. I don't ask you about yours. I don't feel like I'm on anything, okay? Maybe
Do
a
a
little
tox
cloudy,
screen.
but mostly clear-headed.
We should search for tox
Well,
screen.
we got some news in that department. Toxicology came back in the pipe, tested positive for everything under the sun. The report looks like a friggin' rainbow.
It's not that serious, is it? Isn't it legal now?
What, you mean like hard drugs? No, still not legal.
It's one explanation for the amnesia you're experiencing.
We could throw those charges on there too. We're here to talk about murder though. What caused their deaths? How about you tell us that?
I want to search for the pipe. I really need to organise myself better. I need a page for information about the suspect, a page for the murders, a page for each person in the murders, a page for each, and like a general evidence for suspect. So suspect 1, and then suspect 1 evidence, and we'd have a section for the knife, a section for the bag, a section for the pipe. At the moment I'm doing arrows everywhere and it's a disaster. Pipe. Has stuff on. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll search for pipe after this. It's a hell of an interview, this.
You're all over the news. I did a special edition just for you. Harold's calling it the worst crime in the town's history. You have a little legacy for you and your family. So proud.
I have no family. Plus, I didn't do that.
No
You know
family.
what? Maybe you were all messed up on drugs. That at the time you didn't know what you were doing. If you weren't in your right mind, people sympathize with that.
Yeah, you had a bad trip, bro. It happens. Or maybe it was a thrill kill. You wanted to see what it was like. That experience. Everyone's pushed things too far sometimes. Things get out of control. It's understandable. You're human. Other people will see that if you tell them that.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, well, then did these kids say something to you before to make you angry? Everyone gets angry. I get angry all the time. Makes you want to shout at someone or something.
I got so angry one time that I knocked my coffee mug right off the kitchen table. It
Fuming,
shattered.
mate. Absolutely
I know I
fuming.
scared my wife half to death.
You see, you probably couldn't control that. It was out of control. That was terrible. And it's okay. Things happen. Especially when we're not in our right mind.
Okay. I also want to search for suspect. Cross drugs off. Right, let's find out about this pipe, I think. I might stream this game. I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'd have to restart though. Oh, hello. Wait, what? Oh. Nothing else on the pipe, that's interesting. And annoying. Right, let's go back down my list then. So we're just going to search for murder. That's why they call it murder, not mudduck. Mudduck. Again, nothing? Nope, nothing on murder. Okay. Name of victims. I don't want to search for that quite yet. I already have a pipe on my thing. Let's search for wellness test. Wait, I want to search for suspect. Eh? Oh. Eh? There we go.
Yeah, so you forced me to do your health check now. So what?
Okay, the toxicology report. Positive for illicit drugs, high white blood cell count.
Okay, I have no room. Tox report. High WBC. Illicit drugs. what I'm going to do is after the video, before the next video, I'm going to redo my
Swabs
notes.
from hands inconclusive. Blood type AB, positive, with a note. Old and fresh scarring throughout. Blisters and burn marks on back and feet.
Burn marks, blisters, and burns on back and feet. That sounds like he was abused as a child or something.
My foot's a little swollen and has some bruises. There's no law against that, is there? I've been walking for a while, and I think you got the diagnosis wrong. Those blisters, the burn marks, scars, whatever, they're probably just sores from being outside in the world, sleeping rough every night. I told you I remember walking, hiking for a while. Maybe I'm a diabetic. They have foot problems like that, right?
Maybe you're a crackhead. Seems like the old crack walk to me. Rick, what do you think?
I'm sure that would have come up in the blood you drew from me. I still want to know if that's legal, by the way. You want to see? All right, fine. Yep. Those are some gnarly feet. Tomatoes, tomatoes. They're blisters. Who cares? And a high white blood cell count? Isn't that good news? Fighting an infection, I assume. I feel like I'm a little nauseous. I might be coming down with a cold. Nothing else then but a few positives for some drugs. Probably false positives, I might add. You're going to charge me with getting high a while ago? Does Washington State even do that? Oh, and okay. I've got some scars on my back, too. I'm pretty old, I'm not surprised. You want to see some more? Huh? Do you?
You tell him. It's bad. I'm rooting for the crack addict possible murderer over the police. Oh, is this the Tox report? Okay. It's good to have this evidence. I don't know what to do with any of this right now. White blood cell count, 19.7. Range 617. So this is the actual result. Is he anemic? Because surely range is like what it usually should be. And then his hemoglobin and his red blood cell count are really low. And so is his HCT, whatever that is. MCV and MCH are high. RDW is high. Sodium is within normal range. Potassium within normal range, albeit a bit low. Chloride, normal range. Oh yeah, I freaking called it! God, I'm intelligent. Anemia. High blood pressure, old and fresh scarring throughout. Interesting. I'm gonna search for burn. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything from it, but... Oh, hello! I need to... Wait, let me mark down burn in my search. So I don't forget. What else did I search for? Wellness test. Okay, let's go.
What, so have some scars?
Oops.
What, so have some scars? People go through different things. We're all survivors. Right. We all have our scars.
You think you were in a fire at some point?
And how many times? More like a pyromaniac or something. Some of those look pretty fresh, too.
Do you mind if we take some photos of your scars?
Kaylee already got a photo of that, actually. From the exam. That's part of it. And by the way, guess where else there was a fire? The house. A small one, but still a fire nonetheless.
You think it has something to do with the electrical storm we had last night?
Yeah, that was weird. Cleared out the remnants of the festival in town pretty quick, though.
Ah! Too much information. Too much information. Alright, there was an electrical... Okay, I need... Ah! Alright, this is all on the 31st. I'm going to have like a 10th of the... I'm going to have a 30th of the 10th, 12th section. And in there's an electrical storm. There was a festival. I want to search for fire. And Scar. There was a small... Where's my murders evidence? There was a small fire at the house. Okay. Interesting. I want to search about the storm and the festival as well. maybe she organised the festival. It did say she was the organiser. Who's the organiser? The organiser was Emily Thomas.
Tell us some more. Those scars look intense. Remember ever being whipped before?
That's what I was thinking.
You don't remember a single fire, right?
I don't know.
Does it hurt right now?
I mean, not really. I don't feel anything too different.
Still look fresh, too. Almost like you spent way too much time in the sun. Or were around something really hot.
Like the
crime
sun.
scene's got a little bit of evidence of a fire. It does make you think.
Okay, nothing really to go off that, I don't think.
So you know, we did find some burnt material at the scenes that we're looking into.
Burnt material?
Couldn't tell what it was at first. You know anything about that?
No.
Right. Helpful. Truthful as always.
Okay, so they found burnt material. Oh, maybe that's... Oh, no, it's a message. Burnt material. God, I can't spell. One thing you have to remember with this case, and something I really don't like about the suspect, is how evasive he is the whole time. Unfortunately, it's a recurrent theme in this case, complicating things for you. He did a short bid for perjury immediately after this, however, at the request of the PLPD. Okay. Doesn't really give me any information there, buddy. It's fine. Okay, let's search for a few more things. We've got a bit more time. Scar. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's angry. He's fuming.
Fine. Here you go. Don't say I didn't warn you. I hope you haven't eaten lately.
Oh my god.
What is that?
What? What is what?
Why have you obscured that? I've got so much information about this guy. Big scar. I guess it's the scar. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, I can't read my page anymore. It looks like he was abused. It absolutely looks like he was abused. I'm gonna search for... Wait. I'm pretty sure abuse would show up in abuse. I'm surprised none of those coming up. What about childhood? Oops. Okay, we're gonna go back to my list then. Let's search for burn. Okay. Oh no, that's not what that is. I did already search for burn. I was meant to search for burnt material. I want to see if we found out what that was. No, unfortunately not. Not yet, anyway. Fire. Didn't start the fire. Storm. Festival. What I'm slightly confused about is festival does come up, right? They've said the word festival. That's why I'm searching for it, and yet it isn't showing up for anything. Like, would it not show up for the video that I already saw it on? Like, why is that not showing up for anything? That's confusing me. I'm running out of things on my list, it must be said. No. Huh. Right. Okay, well, I've gone through my entire list of things I wanted to search other than names, so I'm going to start doing names. So let's start off with Emily. Actually, let's search for Heather, because they did say... Okay. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I've gone through my entire bloody list. Oh. Right. Oh, toxicology. That was like the last thing on my list. Nope. Interesting. Okay, I didn't expect to get to this point. I'm just having a look at my... Oh, maybe we can check about the anemia. No. Scars are bugging me. Like, I feel like there's more there. What's gone on there? Did I already search for childhood? Yeah. Right, what about his father? Maybe his father beat him or something. Oh. Kind of just throwing things into the wind at this point. Where? Seattle. Okay, if not Seattle, then what about Ellensburg? We know he went to Ellensburg. Okay, what about Jerry? Aha! Thank God for that! I was so nervous that I'd hit a wall. Jerry's garage. That's the next bit I'm going to circle that because we're going to end it here, right? Okay. Wait, I'm going to put that in my notes so I remember. Jerry. There we go. Right, so we've got lots more information coming up here about Jerry and Jerry's garage and all that stuff, and hopefully that leads us off in several different ways. Like I say, I'm going to redo my notes because this is a goddamn disaster. To say that it really is a disaster. I'm going to try to neaten this all up a little bit, but we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to posit some, theories and ideas down below. What do you think so far, based on what's happened? Of course, we're only on the first suspect, so we've got a long way to go still. But feel free to join in. I want this to feel like a little bit of a collaborative kind of thing in some ways. I think that'll be cool. I think I'm going to stream the rest of this game. Can I do that? I don't know. I'm going to think about that. But either way, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Cheers myself as always. Bye-bye.